Hey amigas, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hi, hello, welcome. My name is Leslie and I'm super excited that you're here joining me today for Thursday upload day as we are doing my 6 a.m. morning routine for a better me, girl. As I had talked about in my previous video about my 2026 vision board and the goals that I have for myself, I am upgrading myself. It is not new year, new me. It is new year, improved, bigger and better me. So with that being said, it does start with waking up earlier in the morning and starting my day on a better start. So with that being said, we are now waking up at 6 a.m. bright and early in the morning to do our makeup, do our hair, put on a cute outfit, and do the things that make us happy. Because at the end of the day, I am literally still just a girl and I still need to prioritize and take care of myself. I need to pour into my own cup before I pour into my children's and my husband's. And most of these things that you're going to be seeing in this video, I was already doing previously, aka last year before I started doing this consistent 6 a.m. morning routine. I would still do my skincare, make my bed, do my hair, put on an outfit, so most of the things, right? But now we are doing it with intentional. We are doing it with specific reasoning, and that is to have a better version of ourselves so we can be better not only for ourselves but for our kids and for my husband. Because girl, if I'm being completely honest, as I had openly shared in my last video, my kids would literally be my alarm clock. And even then, when they would come into the room and wake me up, I would automatically turn on the TV, turn over, and try and get as much sleep in before I couldn't sleep anymore. And that was just not a good habit. I was not starting my day on a good mood. My kids were awake for a long time before I even got up and got out the bed, and they would just stay in my bed watching TV, and I would still, even then, try and get myself ready. But at that point, my kids were already tired, fed up. They wanted to come downstairs. They wanted mom to be more awake and hands-on and interactive with them, and I just wouldn't. I would keep just brushing them to the side, keep putting the TV on for them, and I would keep try and get myself ready. But when I took a step back and I reflected and just noticed how we were starting our day just longer and longer, and I just wasn't in a good mood. I was in a bad mood, and just my kids' behavior as well and their attitude and everything, I took the realization and I said, no girl, something needs to change and I need to do it if I want change to happen. So I put on my big girl pants and I told myself, nope, I need to start waking up at 6 a.m. so like that I can start on a happier note. And before anybody starts to come at me and start commenting in the comments all these negative things, my children were still being cared for and they were still being changed out of their pajamas, putting on the clothes of the day, brushing the teeth, washing the face, brushing the hair. All of the things that I do for myself, I do for my children as well, okay? So let's just set that record straight and put it for a fact. But on a lighter note, let's talk about the things that I have seen with now waking up at 6 a.m. First being, I'm waking up earlier and actually getting out of the bed much sooner than I once was. Second, I am starting my day in a much better mood because I had the chance to do everything that I wanted to do for myself. Third, I am being more productive, not only for myself, but also for my kids as a stay-at-home mom. Fourth is I am taking care of myself before I get anybody else ready. And I say that with no regrets because, as I mentioned, at the end of the day, my kids are still being well taken care of in the morning for the rest of the day. Five is I'm able to get myself ready as I genuinely please, such as doing my hair, doing my makeup, and putting on a cute outfit. Because my mantra is, if you look good, then you feel good. So if you're a mama out there and looking for a sign, please let this be your sign and start that 6 a.m. morning routine, girl. And I have been seeing personal progress since making this change. So again, for 2026, it is not new year, new me. It is new year, better me.